Hey everyone, I'm Steve. For nearly a decade, my wife Becky and I ran this commercial vegetable farm. And those years taught us more than we ever imagined about growing nutrient-dense, truly healthy food. When life forced us to step away from farming, we knew our mission wasn't over. It was time to pivot. That's why we created the GrowFYI Learning Hub, an online community where we share everything we've learned so you can grow your own food no matter where you live. If you're ready to take control of your food, your health, and improve your skills, join us in the GrowFYI community today. Links on where to join are provided in the description of this video.
Imagine planting something on your kitchen counter today and eating it just 1 week from now. That is the power of microgreens. They're fast, insanely nutritious, and don't require outdoor space and cost almost nothing to start. In this video, I'm going to walk you through the complete high-level process of growing microgreens from seed to plate in just 7 days. But here's the thing, this is only the beginning, and if you want to master your yields, avoid mold, understand lighting and nutrients, or even grow enough to sell, our GrowFYI learning modules go way deeper. Let's get your first tray started. Hey everyone, welcome to GrowFYI, where we make growing your own food simple, fun, and doable no matter where you live. Microgreens are the perfect starter crop because they grow fast, they're packed with vitamins, and they don't need much space. You can literally grow trays of them in a small apartment or on a balcony. Today's video will give you everything you need to get your first successful harvest. But if you want to grow smarter, cheaper, more consistently, and understand why microgreens behave the way they do, that's exactly what our learning modules are built for. I'll talk more about those a little later. So let's start with the basics. What you'll actually need, and don't worry, it's not much. You'll need 2 trays, one with drainage holes and one without. A growing medium, soil, cocoa coir, or fiber mat, cotton or hemp are just 2 examples. You'll need seeds. I'll show you some beginner-friendly options with regard to seeds. You'll need a spray bottle, and then you'll need a light source, either a bright window or just a simple LED grow light, or you can even use a fluorescent light. Some optional equipment, but not necessary, are a humidity dome, a small weight, or a fan. I would say the fan is the most important. Air circulation is important to growing microgreens. We have some workarounds for the other items. Let's try to keep this part as simple as possible and get moving. Now here's the part most people don't realize. You can start growing microgreens for the price of a single grocery store produce trip. Seriously. But depending on what you buy and how you buy it, your starting cost could be $20 or it could be as high as $200, and most beginners overspend by a lot. That's why inside our GrowFYI learning modules, I break down 3 different budget setups: a shoestring budget build for absolute minimum cost, a mid-level reliable setup, and a premium high-yield setup for maximum output. I show exact cost per tray numbers, cost per ounce harvested, and when bulk seed actually saves you money, and even how growers are using a single shelf to earn $200 to $600 a month selling microgreens. But for now, let's keep it simple and get your first grow started. All right, you've got your tools, you understand the basics, so let's walk through the full 7-day grow process. This is where the magic really happens. Our first activity is preparation and seeding. Let's start by filling your tray with growing medium. Level it with your hand and no need to pack it down. I do recommend potting soil for beginners. Some of the other media is a little harder to work with, so let's just start with simplicity and start with just plain old potting soil. Then we'll want to spread the seeds evenly across the surface. Mist them thoroughly with your spray bottle until the whole layer is evenly damp. Next, add a dome or place another tray on top as a blackout weight. This helps the seed germinate evenly and also forces the roots to grow downward as the plant tries to push upward against the weight. This is a trick that most growers of microgreens use. It is effective, and it just helps establish a better root base for those plants. In our course, I give exact seed density charts for all major microgreen crops, so you'll never have to guess how much seed to use. For the next couple of days during the germination stage, keep your seeds in the dark and maintain the humidity. The sprouts will look pale and maybe even a little fuzzy, but that isn't mold, it's just root hairs. In the modules, I will show you side by side real mold versus root fuzz so that you instantly know the difference in what you're seeing. In the next stage, around days 4 through 5, we're going to introduce light and boost growth. Now you remove the dome or the weight and expose your sprouts to bright light. They'll green up quickly. If you're using a window, rotate the tray daily. If you're using an LED or fluorescent light, keep it about 8 to 12 inches above the tray. From this point forward, water from the bottom. Pour a little into the bottom of the tray and let the growing media wick it up. The lighting module in our course shows how to grow thicker or taller greens depending on your goals, plus the exact spectrum and distance that produces the best yields. By day 6 or 7, your microgreens should be lush, standing tall, and ready to harvest. Use clean scissors and cut just above the soil line. You can store them in a container lined with a dry paper towel, and they'll stay fresh for a week or 2 in your refrigerator. In our course, I'll show you how to increase your yield without changing your tray size, and how commercial growers grade microgreens for quality. And now for the fun part, eating them. Microgreens work in almost everything. In an omelet, as a smoothie booster, or on avocado toast or salads. It's a very versatile green, and you can't go wrong no matter where you use it. In our recipe modules, chefs walk you through flavor pairings and nutrition benefits so you get more out of every harvest. Now, before you start your first tray, let me save you a few headaches. These are the biggest beginner mistakes. First is overwatering. Microgreens will let you know when they need a little water as they'll start to droop or not stand as tall. So if you're getting that symptom, then you can add a little more watering. But don't overwater. Typically only about a cup in a tray per day is enough water. And then not enough light. So you want to make sure they're not stretching and getting real leggy. So a good source of light is important. Using too many or too few seeds. Too many is worse than too few. You just won't be getting a good return on your tray if you put too few seeds in. But if you put too many seeds in, then you're going to have poor air circulation. You'll have a really dense carpet of microgreens, but that's when your mold can spread and get introduced. So too many seeds kind of leads to mold. Air circulation also will lead to molding. So it's why we talked about earlier in this video about the fan and why it's important. In the troubleshooting module of the course, I show real-life examples of each mistake and how exactly to avoid and fix them. Now you have everything you need to grow your very first tray of microgreens, but this is just the beginning. If you want to master lighting, understand how to control mold for good, dial in perfect seed densities, improve flavor and nutrition, scale your setup, or even learn how to grow microgreens to sell, our GrowFYI Microgreen Learning Modules walk you through every step with videos, guides, and real examples. It's the shortcut to successful growing without all the trial and error. To start leveling up your skills today, click the link below and join the GrowFYI Learning Hub. You'll get the full system, step-by-step tutorials, economic breakdowns, seed density charts, troubleshooting guides, and much, much more. And to help you begin right away, I put a 7-day starter plan down in the description for growing your first tray. After that, watch my next video, Top 5 Most Nutritious Microgreens. It pairs perfectly with this guide. Thanks for watching. Now let's get growing.